Alright folks, today I'm out here in Kingwood again, down at the country club area, and we've got bees in a second story soffit. Actually came over yesterday, took a little tour up in the attic, and I can see a couple of combs from up in the attic, but I just can't get to them. So we'll be out here today doing the usual, taking down the trim, taking down the soffits, and cut them out that way. So we'll get into it. Almost forgot to do the update for y'all. Got them opened up. Took me a little while to fight the soffit board down because I was trying to be careful with it and conserve it. Ended up having to cut it anyway, but here's our hive. It looks real familiar like ones we've done in the past up here in these corner soffits. Got a little bit of honeycomb I've just cut out over here. Older, darker comb there. That'll be, probably where your brood nest is at. And then some more honeycomb, probably from last year, but nothing out from this spring. It kind of wraps out around the side of the house there. So I'll have to cut everything I can from this side and then probably move my ladder around to the other side and start working in that way. But anyway, the bees definitely got a bit feisty, so I did have to suit up, and I'm glad I did, because when I pulled down this second piece of soffit, man, they really went crazy. So we've been smoking them. You can hear I got the vacuum going, but it's getting dark, so I'm already working with my lights, and I'm probably just going to try to fight on through and get it all done this evening. So I better keep going. Well, isn't that lovely? That's the mosquito spraying crew. For those of you that don't trust the mosquito poison on honeybees, I don't know that I trust it, but I haven't seen a problem with it. But anyway, give you a little update where we're at. Got a bunch of the hive cut out. Spotted the queen up here for just a second, but she managed to skirt over the top of the comb, and I haven't seen her since. But I have spotted two recently hatched queen cells. So recent that they still had the little tab on them where the queen chewed her way out and pushed her way out. But the queen that I saw looked mated. I haven't seen any sign of any virgins, so I suppose it depends on the hive. I don't know how long they take once the queen hatches and they fight each other off before the bees tear those cells down. But very new queen cells, so this hive definitely swarmed here recently, which I can kind of tell because the population is not horrible now that they've calmed down. I've vacuumed some, but they're not way overcrowded, so they probably did kick off a swarm here recently. Anyway, just thought that was interesting to find those freshly hatched queen cells. But like I said, I saw her. She was a tiger tail looking queen, and she just squeezed over the top of the comb between these wooden slats. I couldn't grab her, and haven't seen her since. She's holed up somewhere up here in this corner. But I've been blowing smoke up here into the roof, trying to make sure they don't run up there and trying to keep them down here on the combs. And just working over here, cutting out brood comb. So keep going. It's plenty dark. All right. It's 11 o'clock at night. Mama's not going to be too happy about this one, but we are done. This was a really tedious job, working up on the ladder and being on this corner like this, because of course the combs stick out past the corner, so if I'm on this side, I can't hardly reach stuff on this side, and vice versa. And this big oak tree right here made it to where my ladder on this wall was real steep, and it was pretty scary to stand on. Anyway, got all the bees out. I finally caught the queen. I saw her. I think I mentioned in the update I saw her and she got away from me, yeah. And so I just kind of kept working slow, working diligent, and kept smoking up into the attic to keep driving the bees back down from trying to get up in the attic. And finally I came around to the other side here and cut out the last few combs, and she was on the very last piece of brood comb. She tried to slip me again, and there was a little scrap of honeycomb, or a couple honeycombs that was in the way, and I just took my knife and hacked those off and threw them. Didn't even bother with the bees or trying to hit a bucket with them. I just grabbed them out of the way and caught up with her and got her in the cage. So didn't bother marking her just yet. Got her in the cage, got her in the hive, got all the combs cut and put in the box, and we got her up there strapped up close. Got quite the jerry-rigged setup here to hold everything up, so hopefully we don't have any high winds or anything crazy tomorrow, and it should work. But I got the screen box from the vacuum put up on top there, just pulled the screen off of it so the bees can come out, and put some lemongrass on the entrance, so they should start finding their way into the box tonight and tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to kill these big floodlights, and I'll be back tomorrow to pick up my tools and try to clean everything up.